Hi, Dr. Vince here. New drugs are being released onto the veterinary market all the time, and it's very tempting when a vet suggests a new form of treatment which promises to solve a health problem more effectively than anything else available, is to go with it straight away. However, there's a few things that as a pet parent you need to be aware of before making a decision. Firstly, the clinical trials for most drugs typically involve testing it in a very small group of dogs or cats, and often over a short period of time, which usually spans a few weeks or months. Secondly, the range of side effects that appear during the trial itself frequently turns out to be a fraction of those that become evident once the product is released on a global scale and has been in use for some time. Top priority when any medication is to be given to a pet is weighing up the risk-reward ratio. And this is especially important when new drugs are launched, because at that point, a great deal is still unknown regarding its effects, both in the short term and long term. Are the possible adverse reactions listed, for example, the full range of ill effects that can result? And is the incidence of unwanted reactions quoted a true reflection of what happens for many pets? Another really important question, particularly for sensitive pets, is have all safer alternatives been exploited first, which may well prove to be effective, rather than risking a new drug straight away. Another really important question, particularly for sensitive pets, is have all safer alternatives been explored first, which may well prove to be effective rather than risking a new drug straight away. Take Apoquel, for example. 9 years ago, when that drug was released, it was positioned as the answer for all itchy dogs because it avoided many of the drawbacks associated with steroids and other anti-inflammatory drugs. As such, it was prescribed extensively. However, and this typically happens when new drugs enter the market, pet parents started to report side effects which weren't included in the data sheets or were far more common than was suggested. This eventually led last year to the FDA in the USA to enforce a labeling change on Apoquel, which states that it increases the risk of cancer, with lymphoma being highlighted. There is also a warning that it suppresses the immune system, which adversely affects the body's ability to protect against parasites and microbial infections. Now, it took 9 years from the launch of this drug before the true extent of the problems it can create came to surface, and for the additional warnings to be placed in the data sheets. And during this time, the concerns of many pet parents were dismissed. And so, if your vet offers a drug which is new to the market or has only been used widely for a few years, it's worth taking a step back to consider the potential risks involved and whether there are safer, natural alternatives that could prove effective which haven't been tried first.